Champions, welcome back to English Mindset. Let me ask you something very direct today. Have you ever been in a room with someone, maybe a colleague, a manager, a stranger at a meeting, and within 30 seconds of them speaking, you thought to yourself, this person has something. This person commands attention. This person is different. And then you wondered, what is it exactly? What are they doing that makes them feel so powerful? Is it their clothes? Their job title? Their appearance? Most of the time, it is none of those things. It is their language. The specific words they choose. The way they pause before answering. The sentences they use and, just as importantly, the sentences they refuse to use. Confident people speak in a completely different code. And once you learn that code, you cannot unhear it. You will notice it everywhere. And more importantly, you will be able to use it yourself. Today I am going to break down that code completely. 5 specific language patterns that confident communicators use every single day, with real examples, real replacements, and real practice you can start using before this video ends. So stay with me. Because what you are about to learn is not just English practice. It is a complete upgrade to the way the world hears you. Pattern 1. Confident people use ownership statements. Here is the first and most important pattern. And it is something most people never notice, until they start listening for it. Unconfident speakers constantly remove themselves from their own sentences. They say things like, it seems like maybe this could possibly work. I am not sure, but I think perhaps we should try this. Sorry, this might be a bad idea, but... Do you hear what is happening there? The speaker is disappearing from their own words. They are putting so much distance between themselves and their idea that by the time the sentence ends, the listener has no idea whether to take it seriously or not. Confident speakers do the opposite. They own their words completely. Instead of, I think maybe this could work, they say, this will work. Here is why. Instead of, sorry to bother you but I was wondering if possibly, they say, I have a question for you. Instead of, I am not an expert but, they say, in my experience. The ownership statement is simple. It puts you, your voice, your perspective, your confidence, at the front of the sentence. Not hidden behind maybe and possibly and sorry and I think. Practice this today. Every time you catch yourself about to say maybe or I think perhaps or sorry but, stop. Replace it with a direct, clean, owned statement. Your idea deserves to be heard. Stop apologizing for it before it even arrives. Pattern 2. Confident people use powerful verbs. This one will change the way you write and speak forever. Most people use what I call flat verbs. Verbs that carry no energy, no image, no weight. Verbs like do, make, have, get, put, give. We need to make a change. Can you do something about this? Let us get this done. These sentences are grammatically correct. But they are invisible. They slide past the listener without leaving any impression at all. Confident communicators choose verbs that carry power. Verbs that create pictures in the listener's mind. Verbs that make the sentence feel alive. Instead of make a change, they say, transform the approach. Instead of do something about this, they say, tackle this directly or address this now. Instead of get this done, they say, execute this plan or deliver results. Feel the difference? The second set of sentences does not just communicate information, they communicate energy. They communicate certainty. They tell the listener, this person knows what they are talking about, and they mean it. Here are some powerful verbs to add to your vocabulary starting today: drive, lead, build, deliver, transform, execute, achieve, establish, create, launch, resolve, strengthen. Practice using one new powerful verb every day. Replace one flat verb in your daily speech with something stronger. Within 2 weeks your language will have more energy than most people produce in a lifetime of conversation. Pattern 3. Confident people pause deliberately. This one is invisible, but it might be the most powerful pattern on this entire list. When most people are nervous or unconfident in a conversation, they do one of two things. Either they speak too fast, rushing through their words as if they want the sentence to be over as quickly as possible. Or they fill every silence with noise, like, you know, sort of, kind of, anything to avoid a moment of quiet. Both of these habits send the same signal to the listener: this person is not comfortable. This person is not sure. This person does not fully believe what they are saying. Confident people do something completely different. They pause. When someone asks them a difficult question, they do not rush to fill the silence. They look at the person. They breathe. They think. And then, they answer. That pause, that 2 or 3 second moment of quiet before speaking, does something remarkable to the listener. It signals, this person is not afraid of silence. This person takes their words seriously enough to choose them carefully. This person is in control. The pause is not weakness. The pause is power. Starting today, practice the deliberate pause. When someone asks you a question in English, resist the urge to immediately fill the space with sound. Take one breath. Then speak. You will be amazed at how differently people respond to you, simply because you gave your words room to breathe before they arrived. Pattern 4. Confident people eliminate filler apology language. We touched on this in Pattern 1, but it deserves its own full discussion because it is so common and so damaging. Filler apology language is the collection of phrases that unconfident speakers use to soften everything they say, even when no softening is needed. Listen to these examples: sorry to interrupt, but. This might be wrong, but. I do not want to cause any problems, but. Forgive me for asking, but. I know this is probably a stupid question, but. Now, here is the important thing. Apologizing when you have genuinely done something wrong is absolutely correct. Politeness and consideration for others are always important. I am not telling you to be rude or aggressive. But there is a critical difference between genuine politeness and habitual self-erasure. When you begin every idea, every question, every contribution with an apology, you are training the people around you to take your words less seriously. You are labeling your own thoughts as potentially wrong before anyone else even has the chance to evaluate them. Confident speakers replace filler apology language with direct, respectful openings. Instead of, sorry to interrupt, they say, I want to add something here. Instead of, this might be wrong, but, they say, here is my perspective. Instead of, I know this is probably a stupid question, they say, I have a question. Clean. Direct. Respectful, but without the apology that was never necessary in the first place. Pattern 5. Confident people speak in complete thoughts. The final pattern is this. Confident communicators finish their sentences. This sounds obvious. But listen carefully to conversations around you and you will notice how often people trail off. They start a sentence and then lose confidence halfway through. They begin an idea and then change direction. They speak in half-finished thoughts that leave the listener confused about what was actually being communicated. Well, I was thinking that maybe we could, kind of try a different approach or something like that. What does that sentence actually say? Almost nothing. Because it started, lost its nerve, and gave up before the finish line. A confident speaker says the same thing like this: I think we need a different approach. Here is what I suggest. 2 complete sentences. 1 clear idea. No trail off. No second guessing. The listener knows exactly what was said, and exactly how seriously to take it. Practice finishing every sentence you start today. Even in casual conversation. Even in English practice with yourself. Begin a thought, commit to it, and bring it all the way to a complete, clean ending. This single habit will make your English sound dramatically more confident within days. Champions, let me bring all 5 patterns together before we close. Confident language is not about being louder. It is not about being more aggressive or more dominant. It is not about talking over people or pretending to know things you do not know. Confident language is about respect, for your own words, your own ideas, and the person you are speaking to. It says, I have thought about this. I believe in what I am saying. And I respect you enough to say it clearly. Own your statements. Use powerful verbs. Pause deliberately. Remove filler apology language. Finish every sentence you start. These 5 patterns, practiced consistently, every single day, will not just change your English. They will change how every room feels when you walk into it and open your mouth. Champions, your challenge today is this. Pick one pattern from today's video, just one, and use it deliberately in every conversation you have for the next 7 days. 1 week. 1 pattern. That is all it takes to begin building the confident voice that has always been inside you, waiting for the right language to express it. Subscribe to English Mindset for weekly lessons that grow your English and your confidence at the same time. Share this video with one person in your life who needs to hear it today. This is English Mindset. I will see you in the next one, champions. Speak with confidence. Speak with clarity. And never apologize for having something powerful to say.